There's talks that Jiri Prochazka is going to be the stand-in backup fighter for the Glover Teixera versus Jan Blachowicz fight. Now, I'm actually looking forward to this particular fight. Glover Teixera is obviously a veteran. He's hitting his 40s, and Jan Blachowicz is 38. So both of these fighters, you can argue they're late bloomers. They're fighters that might not be seen as being in their prime, but they're still serviceable fighters that are on the top level. So in my opinion, in terms of who I'd actually pick, who I'd like to actually see Jiri fight, obviously I'd love to see him fight Jan Blachowicz, but a fight with Glover Teixera would still be interesting, and it would be a bit of a step up. Obviously the Reyes fight was interesting, but getting a win like Glover Teixera on your record is quite impressive. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this particular fight between Glover Teixera versus Jan Blachowicz. But if one of them was to pull out, I wouldn't be too sad, to be honest with you. Like I think it's a great thing for Jiri to be in a position where he could potentially fight for the title. Obviously I'd love to see him fight Alexander Ravik. I think Alexander Ravik is probably a dark horse in this division. Nobody mentions him much, but I think he's a top fighter that could actually pull off an upset. A fight between him and Jiri would be quite interesting, and I think Ravik has a very good chance of pulling off an upset. Jiri is a very dynamic fighter. He hits very hard, and he's very talented. But don't get it twisted, Jiri does have vulnerabilities in there. He almost got knocked out in the Reyes fight. Reyes actually hurt him in that particular fight, and nobody seems to mention that. But the fact is, Reyes did hurt him. If Reyes actually hurt him in that particular fight, although the knockout was quite impressive, it was a dominant performance as well. But let's not get it twisted. Jiri did get hit there, did get hit and get hurt, and also got put into a position where it looked like he could get knocked out. So with that in mind, I think it's very, very true. Yeah, that I actually think there's a very good chance that Jiri could become a world champion. But I also think he's got world class vulnerabilities in there, and someone of the skill of a Jan Blachowicz could probably capitalize on that. So I'd love to see him fight Glover Teixera. I'd love to see him fight Alexander Ravik. These are all top fights that I think could prepare him for a fight against Jan Blachowicz. But of course, if Glover Teixera actually pulls out for whatever reason, and a fight between Jiri and Jan Blachowicz happens, I think that'll be a very interesting fight, and I think he could probably beat Jan Blachowicz. But I still do want to see him have one more fight between the likes of Glover Teixera or Alexander Ravik or someone, just to gauge his level, because although he's accomplished a lot in his career and he's only 28, a fight with one of them would be quite interesting. It'd just be interesting to see him with that type of style. I think Alexander Ravik is one of the most underrated fighters in the sport, and he's not getting given nowhere near as much credit as Jiri's getting. Jiri has a lot going for him in terms of his charisma, the way he carries himself. He's got a very interesting look in terms of just the way he looks, the way he carries himself. He looks like he's an interesting type of character. Ravik, on the other hand, doesn't look as interesting. He probably doesn't have as much charisma, but that doesn't take away from the ability that he has. He still probably is a decent fighter, and it would be a decent fight. And I would not be surprised if Ravik pulls off an upset against Jiri. I mean, these are huge light heavyweights, and they're both punchers, and they both can put each other's lights out. So yeah, that's my opinion on this. Tell me your opinion of this. What if there was a pullout? What would you rather see? For me, I'd rather see a Jiri versus Glover Teixera fight than a Jan Blachowicz fight, because I just think Jan Blachowicz might be levels above him at this point, and I think he needs one more fight just to prove himself, just to show his levels, just to show where he's at before he gets the title shot. Because I feel like it's unfair that Alexander Ravik isn't getting an opportunity to prove himself yet. So a fight between him and Glover Teixera, interesting fight, and I think it'll be a fight that's worth watching. So yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me your opinion. Who do you put your money on? Who do you think should get the fight next? If that fight was to fall through, would you like to see him against Glover Teixera? Would you like to see him against Jan Blachowicz? I think Jiri's definitely one of the most charismatic, interesting characters in MMA at this point in time, especially in the light heavyweight division. Sorry, but to say who I'd actually want to see him fight next, fight against Alexander Ravik, a fight against Glover Teixera, and then probably get a title shot. I think the winner of Ravik and Jiri should get the title shot, in my opinion. Obviously, after Jan Blachowicz gets past Glover Teixeira. But then again, Glover Teixeira might pull off the upset and he might become champion. You never know with this sport. So yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me your opinion. Who do you put your money on? What do you think is going to happen next in terms of this light heavyweight picture? But yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me your opinion below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.